Daniel here for Xbox Tavern, and I'm reviewing Mr. Run and Jump for Xbox Tavern. Mr. Run and Jump is published by Atari, it's developed by Graphite Lab, and I want to know whether you'll be picking this up, so let me know in the comments below, and if you enjoy this video, make sure you follow and subscribe. A little backstory about the game. You play as Mr. Run and Jump, trying to defeat the Void and collect all the power gems from the realms of colour. You're joined by your trusty dog Leap, the dog who's a bit of a pain in the bum as he keeps running off and you've got to chase him. But you first start off in this very 2D pixelated, boring blue world, and you essentially are in the tutorial area. It's teaching you how to jump, how to slide across walls, how to move, which, I mean, let's be all blunt, we know how to move by now. And then after this, you kind of go into the big, bright world, and the colours are amazing. They're really kind of neon, hypnotic, very trancey, and a kind of a pleasure to watch while you're traversing these different stages of the map. I'm going to fast forward this part of gameplay because I've just realised the tutorial bit is fairly long and, I mean, essentially very boring. So let me fast forward this, insert a fast forward clip now. Bang, we've smashed into the first level. As I mentioned about all the colours, it looks wonderful and really good, and through this, as you go through and you're traversing parts of the map, you then pick up extra abilities. I don't want to say pick up extra abilities because that's wrong. You have those abilities already, you just don't know how to use them. So you've got like a rolling thing, so in tight gaps you can roll under crevices. You've got a double jump. You've always had the double jump, you just didn't know you had it until you used it. You've got the kind of where you've got two spaces or two walls either side. You can kind of parkour up them, and then that will get you to higher parts of the game, or the level I should say. I want to talk about the gameplay and the controls both at the same time. The controls, as you would expect and as it should be with a platformer, these are very good. Double jumps feel good. There are certain parts of the game where you need kind of a precise jump timing, which you get to as the game progresses. You know, you'll start to understand how the enemies, I mean, the enemies only go up, down, or left and right, but you'll kind of start seeing a pattern of their speed and how you would jump over them and get to another part or a higher part of the map. The game does a fantastic job of kind of tapering how you play, so it gives you that kind of tutorial level right at the beginning, and then once you kind of get into this now neon world of colour, the game will kind of slowly progress you into what I can only describe as some other parts of the game, like pure chaos with enemies going side to side. You've got spikes below you, you've got spikes to the side of you, but you can only maintain or get to the next level by timing those jumps perfectly. In some parts of the game or in the map, this kind of plays a little bit like a Metroidvania, where you haven't worked out or found your skill yet of how to kind of get through to this extra level. As you progress through, you can kind of double back, and once you understand that you can now double roll, or you can jump higher and then double jump on top of that jump, you can then kind of pick up other pieces of the power gems which will help rebuild the world. I do have a slight gripe about Mr. Run and Jump, and that's due to kind of how long a level takes to play. I thought these would be kind of a shorter kind of quick hit type of thing, but I say they took a long time. They feel like they take a long time as you're playing, and that kind of wound me up and at times made me not want to play anymore. Yeah, so I didn't enjoy how long the map, the level felt. There are some really cool parts to the game as well. When you die, it obviously an instant death the minute you touch an enemy. However, it doesn't kind of take you back to the furthest checkpoint ever. It will always kind of just take you back to the start of that that part of the level. I mean, when I say part of the level, that doesn't quite describe it correctly. But if I died here, for instance, I'd be taken back to the furthest left-hand side of that screen, and then I would be able to go through it from there. All in all, Mr. Run and Jump, it is a cool little platformer. I did enjoy the time I had with it. Kind of, you can see like my death right there. Trying to time some of the jumps was really frustrating and really difficult. There I've picked up like a special orb, which will help progress through the levels, and as you kind of complete that level section, you have a little hit list of how many of those orbs you collected, how many of those, I can only call them weird pizza slices, but how many of those weird pizza slices you collected. Yeah, which is pretty cool. If you are a platforming fan, I do suggest you pick this up. This is really cool. It's a good take on the platforming genre. And it looks so cool as well. Like I said, the neon aesthetic look to it is so pleasing on the eye. I am a big fan of kind of neon looks, cyberpunky-esque kind of feel and look of games. So this is a really good game to for that graphical look. I'm going to cut the review here. If you want to see some gameplay, drop a comment down below. I'll do an extended video of about an hour or so of my gameplay so far from start to finish, and then you can have a look and see the other levels on there. As always, make sure you like, follow, subscribe to Xbox Tavern. Help us grow. We are pushing to try and get that 1,500 subscribers. And if you want the full review, head over to xboxtavern.com, where we have plenty of reviews for you to watch. And until next time, take care. Bye-bye.